One of the most powerful secrets in Islam is the knowledge that the last part of the night is a time when dua supplication is most likely to be accepted between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. While most of the world is asleep, Allah in His infinite mercy invites His servants to turn to Him. This moment is unlike any other in the day. It is an opportunity to connect directly with the Creator. Pour out your heart and to ask for whatever you need, knowing that He is listening. The Prophet told us in an authentic hadith, our Lord descends to the lowest heaven during the last third of the night, saying, who is calling upon me that I may answer him? Who is asking from me that I may give him? Who is seeking forgiveness from me that I may forgive him? So Bukhari and Muslim. This hadith is a beautiful reminder that Allah Himself is inviting us to seek His mercy during these sacred hours. It is not an ordinary invitation. It is a divine call from the Lord of the worlds urging us to draw closer to Him. At this time, there are fewer distractions. The noise of the world is quiet. The heart is calmer and the soul is more open to sincerity. In this stillness, dua becomes deeper and more meaningful. You don't need fancy words, just honesty, humility, and trust in Allah's mercy. Whether you are asking for forgiveness, guidance, provision, or relief from hardship, this is the time to open your heart completely. The early hours of the morning are also a time of Barakah, blessing. When you wake up to pray Tahajjud or to make dua, you are filling your life with light and peace. Even if your problems are not solved immediately, your heart feels lighter and your soul feels stronger. This is because Allah places tranquility in the hearts of those who remember Him. The acceptance of dua is not only about worldly needs. At this sacred time, you can ask Allah for closeness to Him, for steadfastness in faith, and for strength in facing life's trials. These spiritual requests are far more valuable than material ones, for they guide you toward eternal success. When Allah grants you such dua, your entire outlook on life changes. It is also worth remembering that consistency matters more than perfection. Even if you cannot wake up every single night, making the effort when you can brings immense reward. Start small, perhaps with a short dua before Fajr, and gradually build the habit. With time, you will notice the blessings unfolding in your life in ways you never imagined. In conclusion, the time when dua is accepted, the last third of the night, is a priceless gift from Allah. It is a moment of divine closeness, where your prayers rise directly to the heavens and your heart finds true peace. If you want to experience the mercy of Allah, if you want to feel heard, valued, and loved by your Creator, then answer His call in the quiet hours of the night. Truly, those who wake up for Him in the darkness will walk in His light during the day. In the rush of our daily lives, with endless distractions, responsibilities, and noise, it is often difficult to find a moment where the heart can truly connect with Allah. Yet, there is a sacred window of time between 3 and 5 a.m. when the world is quiet, the heart is still, and the soul is ready to turn towards its Creator. This time offers a unique opportunity for a deep spiritual connection, one that can transform not only your day, but your entire life. At this hour, most people are asleep. The phones are silent, the world's demands are on pause, and the mind is free from the stress of work and obligations. It is in this silence that you can focus entirely on Allah without distraction. This is why the worship performed at night, especially Tahajjud prayer and dua, carries such immense value. Allah praises those who rise at night to remember Him. They arise from their beds. They supplicate their Lord in fear and aspiration, and from what we have provided them, they spend. So Quran 32 says, this verse shows us that waking up at this hour is not simply an action, it is a sign of sincere faith and yearning for closeness to Allah. Spiritual connection is not only about rituals, it is about presence. When you stand in prayer at this time, your heart is softer, your mind is clearer, and your intentions are purer. You are not rushing to complete an obligation, but rising willingly, solely for Allah's pleasure. This sincerity makes the bond stronger and more meaningful. You begin to feel that Allah is near, He listens to your whispers, and that He responds to your heart's cries. It is during these moments that the believer experiences true tranquility. The worries of the day fade away, and what remains is a profound awareness of Allah's greatness and mercy. You feel humbled yet deeply honored, knowing that you are having a private conversation with the Lord of the worlds. This connection is more valuable than any worldly success, for it nourishes the soul, strengthens faith, and brings lasting peace. Another powerful aspect of this time is the cleansing of the heart. During the day, we are often distracted by sins, temptations, and worldly pursuits. But in the quiet of the night, we can repent sincerely, asking Allah for forgiveness and guidance. This softens the heart and renews the soul. With every tear shed in prayer, with every whispered dua, you are washing away burdens and opening your heart to Allah's mercy. In conclusion, worship between 3 and 5 a.m. is not just about ticking a box of worship. It is about experiencing a moment of true spiritual intimacy with Allah. It is a chance to step away from the noise of life and immerse yourself in His remembrance, His mercy and His light. If you long for peace, if you seek guidance, if you want to feel the sweetness of faith, rise in the quiet of the night. That is where the heart finds its deepest connection with Allah. One of the most beautiful gifts of waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. to worship Allah is the hidden secret of Barakah, blessing, and rizq, provision. Many of us strive day and night to earn more, achieve more, gain worldly success, yet we often overlook the spiritual key that unlocks true abundance. Islam teaches us that real rizq is not only about wealth, it is about blessings in our time, peace in our hearts, and growth in every aspect of our lives. And one of the most powerful ways to attain this is through worship in the early hours of the morning. The Prophet made a special dua for his ummah, saying, "O Allah, bless my nation in their early mornings." So Tirmidhi, this is a clear indication that Barakah is placed in the hours after Fajr and in rising early for the remembrance of Allah. When you begin your day with prayer, Quran and dua, you are not only securing spiritual blessings, but you are also setting the tone for a productive and meaningful day. Barakah is not always measured by the amount of wealth or resources you have. It is measured by how far they take you, how much peace they bring you, and how much good they allow you to do. Some people may have little, yet their lives are full of contentment and ease. Others may have much, yet they live in constant stress and dissatisfaction. The difference lies in the presence or absence of barakah. Worship in the early hours is one of the keys to unlocking this blessing. When you rise before dawn and engage in prayer or dua, Allah places light and clarity in your heart. This inner peace spills into every part of your life, your work, your family, and your relationships. It opens doors to opportunities that you never imagined and removes barriers from your path. Sometimes the rizq Allah grants is not material. It may come in the form of good health, strong relationships, or peace of mind. All of these are priceless blessings that money cannot buy. Moreover, beginning your day with Allah's remembrance creates a ripple effect. You become more focused, more disciplined, more grateful. Your efforts during the day are multiplied because they are built on a foundation of sincerity and trust in Allah. This is why so many scholars, successful leaders, and even ordinary believers throughout history made a habit of waking up early. They understood that the secret of success is not only in hard work, but in seeking Allah's blessings first. In conclusion, the secret of barakah and rizq lies in turning to Allah during the sacred hours of the night and early morning. By starting your day with worship, you invite blessings into your time, your wealth, and your heart. You will find that even a small effort yields great results, and even limited means feel sufficient. True abundance is not measured by how much you own, but by the presence of Allah's barakah in your life. And the key to this lies in rising early, seeking His pleasure, and trusting that He is the provider of all things. One of the greatest benefits of worshipping Allah between 3 and 5 a.m. is the way it builds discipline and strengthens faith. Waking up at a time when the body craves rest and comfort is not easy. Yet it is in this struggle that a believer discovers the true meaning of commitment, sincerity, and self-control. By disciplining yourself to rise in these blessed hours, you not only improve your worship but also transform your entire lifestyle. Discipline is at the heart of Islam. Our faith is structured around daily prayers, fasting, zakah, and other acts of worship that require consistency and effort. Rising for tahajjud or dua in the last part of the night is a voluntary act, but its impact on discipline is profound. It teaches the believer to prioritize the Creator over the desires of the self. When you can overcome the comfort of your bed for the sake of Allah, you are training your soul to overcome other temptations and weaknesses in life as well. This discipline extends beyond worship. A person who makes a habit of waking up early for Allah naturally becomes more organized, focused, and productive in worldly affairs too. Their mornings are filled with barakah, their time is better managed, their priorities are clearer. What begins as a spiritual habit quickly becomes a way of life, guiding the believer toward balance, growth, and excellence. At the same time, worship during these hours strengthens men in a way that few other acts can. It is easy to pray when others are watching or when the call to prayer is heard in the masjid. But to rise when the world is silent, when nobody sees you except Allah, shows the sincerity of your faith. This private devotion nourishes the heart, deepens conviction, and creates a powerful bond between the servant and the Lord. The Prophet and his companions placed great emphasis on this practice because they knew its impact on faith. It is narrated that the righteous before us used to consider the night prayer as their source of strength, their secret weapon in facing the challenges of life. This connection with Allah gave them courage in trials, hope in despair, and steadfastness in faith. Moreover, this discipline in worship is a shield against shaitan and sin. The more you train yourself to rise in the night, the more aware you become of Allah's presence throughout the day. It becomes easier to avoid sins, to practice patience, to maintain sincerity in all actions. In this way, night worship not only builds discipline, but also fortifies faith against the distractions and temptations of the world. In conclusion, worship between 3 and 5 a.m. is more than just an act of devotion. It is a training ground for the soul. It builds self-control, sharpens focus, strengthens faith in a way that transforms both your spiritual and worldly life. By embracing this practice, you rise above weakness, grow in discipline, and anchor your heart firmly in 7. Truly, this sacred hour is a gift for those who seek strength in faith and consistency in life.